craft, which probed an area close to the Martian South Pole. Scientists have long sought to prove that water is present on Mars.
We are here today to present you our results and the fact that we have found liquid water in on the subsurface of Mars.
Let's speak to Emily Lakdwalla, who's the senior editor of the Planetary Society. Good to have you with us. Seems to be a lot of excitement about this. How significant is this discovery in terms of the possibility of life on Mars?
Well, it's a running joke that water on Mars is discovered nearly once a year, but this one really is different. The discovery was made by a European Space Agency spacecraft called Mars Express, and they found what appears to be probably a body of extant currently liquid water beneath the southern polar cap, a possible lake about 20 kilometers across. It could also be very sludgy sediment, but in either case, it's actually water. And so if there is present-day liquid water on Mars, that's a place that life could potentially exist, and it does get people very excited.
But it's beneath the surface, isn't it? And it's very, very salty. Isn't that pretty challenging for a life form?
Well, yes. Being beneath the surface is actually not that big a problem. It's actually a good thing on Mars because Mars doesn't have the protective atmosphere and magnetic field that Earth does. So at the surface is a lousy place for life to exist. But beneath the surface, it's protected from those things. The bigger problem is, as you say, it is very salty, very briny, very toxic, likely. But everywhere on Earth where there is liquid water, there are microorganisms that can survive in those environments. There's really no place on Earth with water that we haven't found, bacteria. So there's absolutely zero proof of current life on Mars. I want to make that very clear. But finding present-day liquid water on Mars is very exciting.
Why is it so important for us as a species here on Earth to find life elsewhere in our solar system, in our universe?
That's a good question. And the reason that we're looking for life in other places, it's partially because we're curious and humans are curious and we enjoy asking those kinds of questions. But it really gets down to a fundamental question of, are we alone in the universe or not? Is Earth the only place with life, or is it teeming throughout the galaxy, or is it rare? And so if we can find that life currently exists or existed in the past on Mars or other places like Europa, Jupiter's moon, or Enceladus, Saturn's moon, if we can find that it originated somewhere else in our solar system, that makes it very likely that life is common in the universe. But if we look for it and can't find it in our solar system, that makes it possible that Earth is even more precious than we think it is, because it's the only place that we know of where life exists.
Very quick final question, Emily. Are you excited about this discovery?
I am excited about this discovery because it's caused a lot of public conversation about Mars and about the potential for life elsewhere in the solar system. And as a big fan of space exploration, I always like it when the public gets excited, because that means that they'll encourage their governments to do more of it. I want to congratulate ESA on this great discovery with a very old spacecraft. Mars Express has been there since 2003.
Emily, great to speak with you. Thank you very much indeed for that. So you see, space is not the final frontier. More on our website, trtworld.com. Coming up next, it's Newsfeed.